April 22nd, and welcome to the next episode of Subtrending. My name is Jessica, and here on the show today we have Thomas, Taylor, and Andrew. Alright, so we're going to kick it off today with talking about something I am so excited for. I think that all of us are probably equally stoked about this, but one of the writers of BioShock is actually working on making an interactive Twilight Zone movie. So, I know that, I think that BioShock's one of your favorite games of all time.
Oh,
so do you want to kind of, lead us off on this?
No, Jessica woke me up with this news the other day. She woke me up, she's like, did you hear about Twilight Zone? I've seen a few Twilight Zone things, and so I was like, no. When she's like, BioShock guys working on it, Ken Levine, I was like, I need to wake up immediately. And so I woke up and looked at the articles and wrote one for the site, and I'm pumped. Ken Levine, I mean... And he's working on another game too, aside from Twilight Zone. So
he's not one of the ones doing Perception though, right?
I don't know. He might be.
Can we fact check that, Emily? Awesome, she's on it. Do you want me to tell you what we're looking for?
Yes, because I totally forgot.
Ken Levine. What is he working on? Is
he working on Perception? Because that's I know that some of the BioShock people.
Yes.
And I know
How do you spell his name?
I'm really excited for Perception. I
got it.
Yeah.
That's probably the spooky scary game coming out this year that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
More than Allison Road?
Yeah.
Nothing's more than Allison Road.
I think Perception looks cooler than Allison Road, mostly because I'm too terrified to look at Allison Road for any extended period of time.
Also Ken Levine.
Yeah. But no, back to the Twilight Zone aspect of this though, how many I watched a little bit of Twilight Zone. It's one of those things to where I feel like my grandparents would always have on the old black and white channel, and I would go downstairs and just get sucked into this vortex of watching it for 6 hours.
Yep.
So, I don't know, did you guys ever watch Twilight Zone?
I've watched some, not a whole lot. I really like the ones that I've seen though.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a pretty good deal of it. That's one thing I'm kind of interested about the game. Is it going to be an episodic thing, or do we know that yet?
From what it sounds like is
You mean the movie?
No, the game.
The game?
Yeah.
Well, the interactive media.
Yeah, the game is going to impact the movie in certain ways, kind of like how they tried doing it before, the game Defiance and the show Defiance.
Okay.
But it's going to be using...
So wait, it's not going to have any of the same, Wait, what are we saying then? Because because it's an interactive movie. Are you calling that a game?
No, they're making a game as well.
They're making a game also?
Yeah, it's the game ties into the movie and impacts what happens in the movie based on how you play the game.
Oh.
So that's why it's called an interactive movie.
Oh,
and they're using...
I didn't think it was... Are you sure? Because I always thought it was a choose your own adventure, you are going to have the controller.
No.
Oh, okay. I did not hear that news.
Yes. That's from what I understand with doing research on it, writing the article, is they're working with a company that specializes in stuff like that and is really bringing that technology to the forefront. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, this whole thing is a very novel idea, so no matter what, I'm just excited to see what it is exactly.
It's been done before, but I think this is going to be the first time we see it done well, or has the potential to be done well.
Yeah, I think if anyone can do something like that well, I would think that the guy who did BioShock he could do it.
Yeah, he wrote and directed BioShock and BioShock Infinite, so he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So. And
something that and we were talking about if it would be just a flat out movie or if it would be episodic. I kind of almost think have you guys ever seen Creepshow and things I think it would be really cool if they did do something like that where it's almost more of 8 short stories or or I don't even know if there's 8
an anthology.
Like an anthology. Yeah.
That would be cool. That's what I was kind of wondering because that's what Twilight Zone is. That's kind of the appeal to it is you can just hop into episode 5 of season 3 if you want to.
We just got word from Emily that Ken Levine is working on Perception.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Makes me even more excited for it.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Tom.
No,
that's
the appeal. You can just hop right into this conversation right now if you want to because Twilight Zone is just every single episode is its own entity.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be kind of cool to see them just kind of do something like that if it were to be episodic.
Yeah, more in...
Right.
Yeah, I think I would like that, and I think... this is something that I think way too much about because English major. I really like short form stuff, and I think you can do weirder stuff in short form more successfully.
Oh, yeah.
And I think for Twilight Zone, as done by the guy who did BioShock, you're gonna want weird, and you can do weird a lot better in short form than in long form most of the time.
I completely agree, because I think that when you do have short form things, you can pack more of a punch with it. You know what I mean? Like, because when you have something that's going on for 400 pages, by the time that you get to the end, if you don't already have foreshadowing to what's going to happen, the book was kind of poorly written. But with a short story, when you hit that point, you're like, ooh, and it can hit you harder.
And you don't need to establish this world as much. Like it's more about the adventure and the story really quick.
And I'm glad you're here today, Taylor, because I've always had this theory that horror in particular as a genre works best with a shorter
I wrote a
form.
term paper on it, so yes,
really?
I can talk about
Okay,
that
great.
a lot.
Yeah.
So what are your opinions on that then? Like, just
No,
kinda...
I absolutely think that horror works better in short form, whether that be short story as compared to novel, or a single episode of a TV show as compared to, like a Monster of the Week kind of thing as compared to like an ongoing storyline, or even like a movie. And like whenever I see a 2-hour horror movie, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think that like 90-minute or less is like the sweet spot for horror movie, for the horror genre in general. I think a horror thing is most effective if you don't have to take a break.
Yeah.
If you can just plow through it all at once.
And I would argue largely that I think that Twilight Zone and BioShock, while not necessarily like the way that we think of horror today, I think that you would consider BioShock a horror game, and Twilight Zone definitely has horror aspects to it.
BioShock is without a doubt a survival horror game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about scrapping to survive.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, like, I feel like you have this modern definition, and I know this makes Taylor cringe, where, like, when people think horror, they think blood and guts and jump scares.
And like zombies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, like
in, like,
Halloween
BioShock,
5, you know, Taylor's favorite movie.
you know. She's gonna kill us for bringing this up every time.
No, I think that
Is there a Halloween 5? Fact check that.
There is a Halloween 5, I'm almost
Oh, well,
positive.
what is her favorite movie? She knows. Okay.
Running joke, Halloween 5 is not Taylor's favorite movie.
Even a little bit.
Even a little bit.
no, I think stuff like BioShock and calling it horror is actually better for the genre.
Yeah.
And I think that this whole Twilight Zone thing, I'm really interested to hear more about what they've got going on with it, like what their plans are, because right now we have very little information. It's just announced that they're working with this company to really make it interactive. I'm interested to see when it's going to come out, because if he's also working on Perception, then he's got a lot on his hands.
Yeah.
If he's writing and directing it, he's got a lot going on.
I mean, Perception's supposed to come out later
this
year,
fall.
this fall.
Oh, is it that soon?
Yeah,
It's pretty
fall.
soon. So probably if he's doing like any of the writing part, I imagine most of that's
Oh, it's all done.
all done. So
Yeah,
so his part's probably probably good.
It's probably pretty much
he's still got
wrapped
to
up
direct,
at this point.
though,
Yeah.
which is still an insanely large job.
But yeah, anyway, the short form thing for horror, I'm just saying, pull a little like English major cred here. Edgar Allan Poe agreed with me on that, so
Can't argue with that.
can't argue with the master.
Alright, and we are going to move on. And, like, this is actually great that you were on the show this week, Taylor, because I feel like we have a few
I
things
disagree.
that dip. that dip into, like, the horror genre. And, like, because the next thing that we're going to talk about is Outlast. So I think everybody here, we've watched the gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of had Andrew start us off on the last one. I'm going to have Taylor start us off on this one.
Alright, well, Outlast obviously is kind of a big deal, and I'm actually really excited for this. They had a little like teaser a while back with like this creepy, scratchy, culty sounding recording thing. And then they dropped a gameplay trailer today, and it's got this kind of like Children of the Corn, creepy, culty vibe. And they've been really pretty good at keeping details on the plot and everything, like on the DL, but it looks really exciting. And like Outlast is one of those games, I haven't played it myself, but I've watched a lot of people play it, and it's so effective. Like, normally I hate jump scares, but Outlast jump scares are an art form. And normally I don't like gore much either, but Outlast gore is an art form. So, but the thing I don't like about Outlast is I hate the asylum setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Well, you were talking about that in your last Horribly Played episode. That took
Right.
place in an asylum. And it's just like, it's so overdone.
It's so overdone, and there's so many like expectations that are attached to that, and not to get all like ranty about this, I think, I don't want to use the word because I hate the word, I think it's problematic.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
I know what you mean about, like, that word. That word is kind of problematic.
Yeah.
I feel like, but yeah, I know what you mean.
This just got deep.
Yeah, I don't like it. I feel like it has unfortunate implications, and But creepy cults are 100% up my alley. Jess knows better than anyone that that's like one of my favorite kinds of horror thing. I don't care if it's, Midwestern American cornfields or English moors, or I don't care where it is. If you get me some creepy cult stuff going on,
you're game.
I'm game. I admit I'm a little more game if it's like British Isles pagan cults.
But still, all together, just cult stuff's cool.
It's my favorite, one of my favorites of horror.
So moving on from creepy cults, and Andrew just totally burped really loudly a second ago. I'm gonna just reveal that because I want to embarrass him because he's a little.
He's not gonna be embarrassed.
That's true.
I have zero shame.
Your face is kind of almost as red as your shirt.
It was actually kind of impressive. Like, the world should know.
Anyway, moving on from creepy cults, which seems to be the forefront of the new Outlast game. I want to kind of talk a little bit about gameplay because Thomas, you've played the first Outlast, and then you just saw the gameplay in the second one. Like, what's your opinion on that?
How does it stack up?
Yeah, how's it looking?
We talked about this a little bit in our horror.
Horribly
it wasn't horribly played. It was the
games.
Oh yeah.
And just that like when you're playing a horror game, you want to be feeling scared. You don't want to be feeling any other feelings because then it's not really a horror game.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of games in that genre try to do a lot of puzzles and weird, and they just get really overly complicated. With the original Outlast, I liked it. It had good moments, but it was, honestly, I just got lost a lot of times, and instead of being scared, I was just kind of frustrated, and I was like, oh, which random corridor do I go down,
Mm-hmm.
Having it be in cornfields, if they do it right, could really kind of open it up a little bit and still give you that feeling of what's around the next corner without making you feel like, am I going down the right corner because there's like a million of these.
Mm-hmm.
Cornfields are just in a more open setting, I think. So
I think that's something that I kind of read when I was looking at the trailer and just kind of looking into it, is that they said that it will have a more open world feel.
And that's great. That's exciting because I would much rather have a virtual haunted house than just like a frustration simulator. So that's what I'm looking for.
That's what certain simulators for.
That gets me to kind of like a little, I guess, subtopic question on this that I want to ask you guys then. Do you think that horror games would be... I think that historically we've seen horror games, they're very linear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you go to this room and then this happens, you go to the next room, this happens. It's like hallways and it kind of all... Do you think that an open world would actually be best suited for horror games?
No.
One of my favorite...
I think you could do it, but I think it'd be hard.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite kind of horror-ish games is State of Decay. And it's a zombie game, zombies, whatever. But it's terrifying because it has permadeath. You have a couple different characters you can play with. You're supposed to go out, get supplies. It's a completely open world. If your character dies while on a run, it's just done. You don't get him back anymore. And it's actually one of the scariest games I've played because of that.
Yeah.
I say a hard no.
You say a hard no.
Yeah,
I want to hear why.
The thing about horror is like, it needs to be semi-scripted. At least for me, it needs to be semi-scripted. And if you have an open world, it's too much. You give the player too much power, which takes away the horror feeling of it.
What do you think then? Yeah, so you're making some noises. I hear... It's like,
I you're not rocking back and forth. Like.
No, I actually think you could. I don't think it needs to be as scripted because I know there's like a lot of people like poo-poo them, but like walkathon type stuff, like Dear Esther, where you have a world that you can explore, but you find stuff in it, and it's sort of at your own pace, is slowly exposing like a creepy thing. I like that better because I really don't care about, am I going to get killed in this horror game or not? Like the threat of death isn't really what interests me in horror. I like more atmospheric stuff, so if you're going for a more atmospheric angle, you can absolutely do a more open world horror game. And I've seen like Dear Esther is one that people talk about. It's not totally open world, but
what's the open... You might know this. What is the open world Lovecraftian game that's coming out pretty soon?
Oh,
that I'm excited about.
Yeah, no, I'm
That'd be
excited
cool.
about that, but I can't remember the title.
Oh, shoot.
Sinking City. That was the name of the game. It was Sinking City. Or The Sinking City. But anyway, going back to the trailer, I guess. I'm a really, really big pansy. Like, out of everybody in the group, I probably just get scared of things the most.
Without
And
doubt.
that trailer,
Can we say like
She couldn't watch the whole thing.
I was
She
like,
was
I was
getting
doing this.
so scared.
I was doing this.
I snuck
It was-
up behind her,
Yeah.
scared her. I wish we had filmed it.
It was good.
It was
It
good.
was, yeah, it
But
was
yeah,
one of
you were
those things
freaking out
where,
with like hiding under the water and like.
oh my god, because there's so many like times when you're like, oh god, there's gonna be someone right there. There's going to be.
Like, I get that it's a gameplay trailer, but kind of going back to the whole short form thing, like it went on so long and not really anything happened.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like,
I love that kind of stuff, but I'm one of those, I'm like, I will watch an hour and a half long movie of just subtly creepy stuff for the 15 minutes at the end where everything goes bonkers.
The Witch.
The Witch, Kill List, like pretty much
Pretty
all
much,
of my
yeah.
favorite horror movies are like that. A lot of them. at
So we have a
least.
formula to make a horror movie for Taylor for her birthday.
I would argue with Kill List though, because I feel like with Kill List there's enough going on throughout the whole movie and like enough tension to where you're constantly
Yeah.
feeling uneasy, and then it throws you a curveball at the end, and like there's that like 15 wacko minutes towards the end, and that's when it's like really intense. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I really like the Outlast 2 trailer.
yes,
I really
Outlast
like
2.
the Outlast 2 trailer.
Yes. So I think that the general consensus is that looks really good.
Yes.
We should probably do a Horribly Played on that when that
When it
comes
comes out.
out.
Yeah.
And that would be a lot of fun for
Maybe
everybody.
we should do the first one at some point.
Maybe we should.
Oh no! What a great
I wonder when that
idea.
will be happening.
Sometime. Never.
All
Not
right.
tonight.
And for our last topic of the night, not tonight, you know. You have to give the illusion that we film at different times, Thomas. Come on.
No.
I said not tonight,
Oh.
implying that it will not happen tonight.
That's very
Anyway.
clever. Very clever.
What are we moving to?
We're
Yes.
moving on to the Independence Day Resurgence trailer. Yeah. One of my favorite comments that Thomas made when we watched this trailer. No, it was actually Emily made this when we watched this trailer. Is like, I love how we've moved on from an era in which, like, with the 90s and Independence Day, it was like that one scene with the laser going and like destroying
The White
House.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was like the quintessential scene because that's like all the budgets of the 90s could afford. So that was like the movie poster, the movie case, like
Everything.
everything. And now in this trailer, it's like boom, boom, boom. London is destroyed. This is happening.
London has fallen.
London is.
I kind of actually, potentially unpopular opinion, I actually think that that's an issue with a lot of movies today. Is like
There's too many of those moments.
there's too many of those. It's kind of like a problem I had with Jurassic World as compared to Jurassic Park, and I think that Independence Day is going to be kind of a similar story, where Jurassic Park, like, it didn't have like a ton of huge moments, but the huge moments it had
They were much more satisfying.
massive.
Yeah, they were
and they
more
were
satisfying.
so satisfying because there weren't that many.
Yeah.
But in Jurassic World, it was just like, here we're gonna throw a million dinosaurs at you and a million like action sequences and tons of special effects.
Yeah.
And it kind of wore on me. I feel like Independence Day might do the
It would
same
definitely do the same thing.
Because
It's
it almost like it crosses the line from being quality to being tacky, like
Yeah.
Transformers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm also one of those where I'm like, practical effects.
Yeah.
If you can't do it in real life, it's not worth doing.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
I think that was actually one of my biggest like worries with Star Wars when they said that they were going to be adding on. I was like, I really hope that they kind of stick to like
They
like
did that.
they
They
did
did.
and that's. But I liked the practical effects and I liked the puppets being used instead of CGI and like they did that and that really made
Yeah.
it feel
It
complete.
paid off.
Yeah.
It made
yeah.
it feel real.
I mean, every now and again, don't get me wrong, I'm not a total CG hater. Every now and again, something happens that it works. Like, I think the dragons on Game of Thrones look amazing.
Yeah.
But that's
I mean, they
the
should
only big
use
CGI.
practical
yeah.
dragons. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, that's the only big
They
CG
You should
thing
put
they
like
do,
a dragon
really.
mask on Bruce.
That's what I was
and
about to
just
say.
layers.
Yeah.
It's just Bruce
Yeah.
is Drogon though. Like if we would have seen Game of Thrones before Bruce.
No, I'm way scared of more scared of Bruce than I am of Drogon.
That's fair.
But yeah, I
His
don't know.
face right
He
now.
knows he knows we're talking about
He does.
him.
Hi.
I know you guys can't
Just
see
off
his face,
camera.
but
Oh, there he is.
he's insulted.
Everybody.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
It's okay, Sam.
Oh, well, he's trying.
He's trying.
He's like, oh
Jack Harris!
no, Bruce!
Hi, buddy.
All right, well, this is
He
happening.
thinks he's the cat.
Okay, well, this is our newest subtrendy member, Bruce.
I mean, he has his own little
He
thing.
does have his own
He
icon.
has his bio.
I'm here to talk about art.
This is unusual.
Hey, buddy.
Bruce, get down.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, we love him. Okay, so what were we talking
We were talking about Independence Day.
That's right.
And I feel like this
Special
is kind of
effects.
our version. This is our practical effects.
Oh man.
Go, Bruce.
So okay, one thing I want to talk about Independence Day is in the trailer. That was awesome.
I'm sure that the whole camera just shook dramatically. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Okay, so in the trailer, it kind of looks like almost the humans on Earth had a sort of real, like, futuristic technology going.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they might have like reverse engineered some stuff from they got the aliens in the first movie.
Percy Jack.
Bruce, go away.
But yeah, it was like not like a super advanced thing, almost like a Mass Effect-y kind of like.
Yeah.
That's why I said Reaper Tech.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, did you say that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I completely agree. It did seem like it had more of a, like, we had aliens attack before and now we're slightly ready kind of vibe to it. Which could be,
is the very.
Are you ever really ready for
an alien invasion?
Oh no, I helped a friend write a paper about, like, in high school about how the biggest threat to America is the fact that we will never be ready for an alien invasion. We're all just gonna be enslaved. That was the biggest threat to America. Nothing political or like social, just aliens.
Aliens.
I like your friend.
Thank you. I wrote his paper for him.
Maybe not that much.
But yeah,
I don't condone cheating on papers.
yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you are also getting your master's to be a teacher right now, so I feel like if you did condone cheating, like there'd
That
be
would
some
be bad.
ethical
There would be
problems.
I will say I do condone cheating on papers.
Thomas.
So.
Thomas.
I really like the Independence Day too.
Yes,
trailer,
back
too.
to Independence Day. Sorry,
Jeff
we've had
Goldblum.
so much.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff
and
Goldblum.
Bill Pullman.
Bull Pullman.
Bill Pullman, yes. He's still the president.
We think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We also
I
have,
assume after his
Baby
incredible martial victory in the first movie,
Yeah,
he just repealed
This is
all
his
of
6th or
the
7th
Bill of
term at
Rights.
this point.
Yeah.
It appears that they killed off Will Smith,
Yeah.
which is like,
No, off
Okay.
camera.
yeah,
Fan theory by me.
yes,
They resurrect Will Smith using alien tech at some point, and it's all a big head. Or
And it crosses over with Men in Black and 21 Jump Street.
23 Jump Street.
Ah, yes.
Yes. All in one universe. It's canon. It's on the internet. It's true.
And Taylor's favorite movie is Halloween 5.
that honestly just sounds like a whole lot of awful, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like the more you said, the more crossovers we put in there. I was just like,
No, what's terrible is that's only like 1/3 incorrect.
I know. Oh man.
I can't wait for Men in Black and 21 Jump Street.
What do we think about like?
I guess that's the thing.
I mean, like with things like Men in Black coming back and Ghostbusters coming back and Independence Day, like,
Can't get a drink.
what do we think about that as a whole? I don't know.
Nostalgia, overrated.
Yeah.
Our generation loves it. I
I
don't
feel
get
like we can talk about that a little bit later today too.
it. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe there's another topic
Taylor's
that.
seething. We need to change the subject or she's gonna blow up.
What do you think though? Like to kind of wrap this up, like banking on nostalgia. I don't know.
That's why we
No.
I mean, movies are made for money. There's a market for it. People are going to pay to see
That's
it.
why-
That's what it is.
that's why we have,
There's
like-
Bruce got a lot to say. Bruce will pay to see it.
You have to go, for me, you have to go so back in time that it is not just sort of vintage, but like super vintage. Like you better be,
Like, I want a
Way
remake
back.
of The Great Train Robbery.
yeah, let's do
Like,
it.
that's the nostalgia.
There was literally, like, I'm pretty sure BBC did that last year.
Are you serious?
I am like 95% serious.
But the reason we
Emily's
have
kind of glaring at us.
nostalgia is like nostalgia is the reason we have like 90% sequels and remakes. It's all a bunch of regurgitated garbage for the most
I
part.
hate it.
You know, I don't mind some of them. I don't. Like, I really think that there can be some sequels and some remakes that are necessary,
I
but
agree.
I don't know. I just, with Independence Day, I'm very worried that it's going to get the Hollywood treatment. Everything's going to be, I don't know,
Jurassic
glamorized and CGI. Like, honest to God, I hated Jurassic World. Like,
I did too.
I love Chris
I
Pratt.
liked it.
I was excited for it. I thought that all of the characters, like, I hated it.
Couldn't do it.
I hated it. Like, Andrew and I almost walked out of the theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We
Yeah.
did
You guys
not
really
like
didn't
it.
like
We
it?
No, I
really did
think I
not like
loved
it.
it.
No,
No.
I did not like
I
it.
was marginally entertained. That's all I'll give it. And Chris Pratt's cute, but other than that,
I
No,
have enough
I-
faith in, what's his name? Ian Malcolm, that,
Oh yeah,
that Independence Day will be good. Jeff Goldblum.
Yep, Jeff
Yes.
Goldblum.
yeah.
I think it'll be, I think he can save it.
All
Hopefully.
right.
And Phil Borman.
Yeah. Yeah. Most
Phil
importantly.
Berlman.
All right, and that kind of wraps us up for the
Main
top
topics.
3 topics that we are going to talk about. All right, to start off our 2-minute topics, we're going to talk about another remake. Well, this is a remake. We're talking about a sequel that came much later in the last thing. But Jumanji, starring The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock
You
Johnson.
smell
Also
The Rock
starring
cooking?
in The Pacifier.
And Baywatch.
And
Yeah.
Baywatch.
Pamela Anderson signed on to that.
Huh?
I saw that.
Pamela Anderson signed on to
Um,
Baywatch.
That's crazy.
And
Anyway.
nobody's surprised.
Anyway, Jumanji. I'm gonna come out and say my feelings first. I really don't like this idea. I think that Jumanji starring Robin Williams, especially because he just passed away pretty recently too, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's such a classic. I love Jumanji. I grew up on it. It's one of my favorite kids
The
movies.
man-eating plants gave me nightmares, and I could never
Yeah.
finish the
Hold up.
movie when I was a little kid.
Really?
I think the important thing here is to figure out, is The Rock playing Robin Williams' character or the kids? Because he's playing
Well,
one
I
of the
mean,
kids,
the
that'd be
kids are like
hilarious.
Kirsten
I don't think The
Dunst
Rock is
and-
going to be a child in this movie.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
No, but seriously though, like, I want The Rock in, like, big beard and, like, forest wear yelling, "What time or year is it?"
What year is it?
Yeah, like, I want, that's all I want out of the movie.
Running to the shoe factory to see the damage that he did.
Yeah, that's all I want. I just want him, like, in foliage wear with a beard.
You might have just sold me on this whole thing.
You're welcome. I'm PR hype, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. It's a whole lot. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe I'll see the trailer and I'll change my mind. As of right now, I'm not really excited for it.
I just feel like there's not really a reason to remake this movie
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
like, is there? Do people play it still, or is like, do people really like? There's a game. I never played the game.
Yeah.
I never
Right.
finished the
We're
movie.
going to have the
Just-
Jumanji
like it.
extended universe coming up, along with Zathura. It's going to cross over into the futuristic board game.
And Tarzan.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to cover it all because it's board game stuff, so...
Get ready for that, bud.
Awesome. I'm going to have to play Jumanji also. Which
I hope that you get trapped in the game. And then
I hope
you
I do
come
too. I
out.
have to watch these movies.
Emily's face right now is just.
Okay, the one thing I am excited about Jumanji for is, like, the special effects are gonna be way better. And maybe we can...
Done. It's been 2 minutes. The special
cut
effects
off.
are going to be better. Alright, now moving on to our next topic. And this one is really out of the blue. Because the last movie came out in 2011. But Robert Downey Jr. has said that they are going to start filming Sherlock Holmes 3 this year.
Who asked for this?
I mean, honestly, I mean, I know it's like way out of kind of relevance, I guess, but I'm tentatively excited.
I mean, you just like Jude Law.
I do really like Jude Law.
It's the Widow's Peak, man.
It's the Widow's Peak, and I really like him with that mustache. But
I like how you say it like nice and quick. I really like you with that mustache.
But I really liked the first movie. The second one was kind of eh. But if I come back to, it's been enough time, maybe it'll be returned to form. The first movie was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know a lot of like Sherlock purists like were kind of down on it, but
And I think it's just like with the BBC Sherlock, like now that's everybody's new favorite.
You know
and nothing
what?
is as good. And
you know what?
yeah.
No. Because you know what's better? Sherlock Holmes in the actual Victorian era.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that I probably prefer. I mean, I like the BBC Sherlock too, but. Oh man, you're gonna get some hate mail,
I
Taylor.
don't either.
You know what?
You don't like Doctor Who though either.
No,
Like, you don't really like
I'm pretty much
BBC.
I'm pretty much preparing myself to be the hate mail person.
Once we start getting that, we should actually have a segment where Taylor just like reads her hate mail.
Like
out
mean
loud.
tweets.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Tweets.
that would be great.
Thomas, what do you think about Sherlock Holmes 3?
Yeah.
I like the first one. I'm pretty much
Yeah.
what Taylor is really. That's why I haven't really been talking a lot because she's just been saying everything I'm thinking.
So you like Jude Law too?
Yes,
Widow's
especially the mustache. Yeah, I think it's been 5 years or something. So
Yeah.
hopefully this is just kind of enough time for them to really kind of
I
just kind of start over.
My biggest problem with the second one was, like, there was no detective work in it.
Right.
It was just
Yeah.
action
And,
adventure.
like, yeah, it was just action adventure all leading up to Sherlock dying.
Yeah.
And, like, I want them to go back to the more of the first, like, theme. Or
The first one had like a
style.
nice blend of detective work and action.
It was very
It
stylized.
was a little bit
Yeah.
Hollywood, but
Yeah.
that's,
But,
that's
like, in a
okay.
fun
It's-
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
Cut.
Cut off.
okay.
Boom.
anyway.
I know it's so abrasive. I hate doing it, but
I like it.
we got a schedule to keep.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it in real life to people.
Cut off.
Start
If
cutting
only.
people.
If
That would be
only.
kind of nice. Okay, so moving on to our next topic, and this is something that I'm so happy about. Blade Runner 2. The release date has been announced. I don't have it.
It's next year. It's next June.
It's next June.
Next
yeah.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. We just I should probably
Straight
Emily. Do you want to
DVD
fact
release.
check that? We're gonna see when the release date is because it slipped my brain. I read it and then
All right.
It's
So,
gone.
what are our thoughts about the existence of this is a thing.
I haven't seen the first one.
I haven't seen the first one either. I can't do androids.
Am I the only one who's seen it?
Is it like an ice skating movie? Like,
Oh man. I mean,
Blades of Glory
too.
2.
Oh my god.
No,
I
Blade
watched
Runner.
that.
I'm
With
very
Will
excited for it, and like it has a pretty decent group of people. I mean, Harrison Ford is coming back for
Yeah.
the final act, is what they
Yeah,
said.
decent.
Oh, very okay. You know what I'm saying. But Ryan Gosling is the main character, and like I feel like, well, like if you think about Ryan Gosling in Drive,
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
true.
much the same kind of vibe. I
Gritty.
feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that he actually is going to kill it, and so I'm really excited.
He's
to see
usually
that.
pretty good, honestly. He's not like
He is.
one of my favorite actors, but I've never seen anything and been like, man, Ryan Gosling, you suck.
She
Yeah.
casted Matt Damon for Thomas.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I always hear his name. I think Ryan Reynolds, and then I'm just like, but that's not really fair. So
I just
don't
hate
know, like,
the other guy so much that it makes me hate you.
I understand the cultural relevance and like the importance of the original Blade Runner. I just haven't sat down and watched it.
It's really good. I'm a really big fan.
October
of
6, 2017, not June.
Boom, not June. That's really
There's a
close to my
6.
birthday.
That is 2 days after your birthday.
Looks like that's probably what I'll be doing because I'm a nerd.
Have fun by yourself.
Just watch the first one. But no, it's really good. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep is actually one of my favorite books. And Blade Runner is not as good as the book, which sounds like a super pretentious thing to say, but like, it
Come on,
just,
at this point, it's not. It's almost universally acknowledged
yeah.
Yeah.
that the book is going to be better.
Yes.
Unless you're me and I prefer Game of Thrones show to the books. And
And that's blasphemy to most people, but you know what's funny though, is like, I have sat down to read the Game of Thrones books multiple times. There's actually a funny story that we're not going to get into today.
we will.
But-
It's great.
But anyway, I've never thought, when I start the books, they kind of bore me, and I like the show a lot, so
Yeah.
they seem poorly written.
Cut off.
they are.
Yeah. Alright, and so for our last one, and something that I feel like mutual dissent is going
Not
to...
dissent,
That
disdain.
being
Disdain.
said, I am playing devil's advocate for this, so I will pretend to be really excited about it and probably not do a good job.
Hasbro is making its own cinematic universe.
Woo!
This will feature Mask, which is like mobile attack. I'm probably really insulting somebody from
Squadron
the 80s.
Command.
Yes, it's a command at the end with a
Yeah.
K.
With a K.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
always
edgy.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk because one of my favorite bands is called Camelot with a K, but like,
Camelot Command.
But yeah, and G.I. Joe is going to be a part of it
Yeah.
too. And who knows, if we're lucky, we might get like a cool Chutes and Ladders movie.
I want Hungry Hungry Hippos.
As
It's like the
Subtrendy's
Hippos
board
thing.
game expert, no. Just no more board
That's
game
true.
movies.
You have like the PhD. in
and one
board
of the
game
last
chess.
board game
No.
movies there was like freaking Ouija.
Battleship.
Battleship was bad, and there was
too, I
Ouija
guess,
that came
counts,
out
yeah.
more recently.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
It was hideously
Can I say,
bad.
it was better than I expected, but that's because I had like literally no expectation.
Oh,
I mean, better than
How do you have high expectations for that though? Like,
I mean, basically all I can give it is it wasn't shot poorly.
That's always good.
as far as like the Hasbro universe though, like
Oh.
it could give us some cool action movies, but
Maybe.
if like if
you are lying so much.
If
Like,
you
I can
for-
just see
if
the
you
life
forget-
draining from your eyes.
if you forget that they're based on toys, you could be like, yeah, this could be alright. I mean, like, I liked the first G.I. Joe movie.
Oh
I
my
saw it when I
gosh.
was like a junior in high school, and I don't really remember most of it, but
I feel like these are the
Transformers
kind of
almost
movies.
worked.
Almost could. I feel like these are gonna be the kind of movies that with like a Hasbro like universe. I feel like it's gonna be the kind of thing that juniors in high school go to stoned. And have a fun time with it, and everyone else just shakes their head.
And
I
then,
feel
like,
like it should have been. Oh, go ahead.
Just like,
Oh.
does everything need a cinematic universe though? Like, do we need to see G.I. Joe
I'm wondering,
and
since they're
Transformers
calling
in
it
the same thing?
cinematic
Subtrendy,
universe,
the cinematic universe.
so I'm wondering since they're calling it
That's what this
cinematic
is.
universe, are they gonna like try and like
Cut
interconnect
off!
them?
I hope so.
I don't know. We'll never know the answer.
We'll never know. Well, I mean, we will whenever.
We'll never
it's
talk
out.
about it again.
I'm gonna go see all of them.
No, you're not.
I know.
You're not gonna see a single one,
I might see
Andrew.
one.
Alright, guys. Well, that is our show for you tonight. And as always, like, subscribe, send us a comment, send Taylor some hate mail so we can get on that segment here pretty soon.
We need to
Please.
find somebody that likes Halloween 5 as much as Taylor.
Oh yeah, send her some of that stuff. Maybe you can make an internet friend connection. Not
If
a
somebody
lot.
could make like a found footage version of Halloween 5, that would be great.
Featuring androids
Yeah.
as all the characters.
Now, see, the androids thing would actually maybe be effective because then I might be scared of it.
That's true. So now you know. Now you know
Bruce.
exactly
Hey,
what
buddy.
Taylor desires. So we're gonna let you go before Bruce jumps on the table again, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
So we're gonna go up here. Going to, oh heck, that's a death. Almost got away with it. I was trying to get on that ledge there.